The concept of Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent deity, originated in ancient Mesoamerican civilizations such as the Aztecs and the Maya. Quetzalcoatl was often depicted as a combination of a serpent and a bird, symbolizing the union of heaven and earth. It's important to note that the belief in reptilian deities or extraterrestrial beings is not a part of ancient Mesoamerican mythology. The idea of reptilian gods, popularized in modern conspiracy theories, does not have historical or cultural significance in relation to Quetzalcoatl or other ancient American civilizations. Similarly, the term, Jehovah, refers to the Hebrew name for God in the Bible. While different cultures and civilizations have their own unique beliefs and deities, the concept of Jehovah is specific to the Abrahamic religions and does not have a direct connection to Quetzalcoatl or ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. If you have any specific questions or would like to explore any other topics related to ancient American civilizations, feel free to ask. In ancient Mesoamerican civilizations, such as the Aztecs and the Maya, the deity Quetzalcoatl held great historical and cultural significance. Quetzalcoatl was often depicted as a feathered serpent, symbolizing the duality of earth and sky, as well as the cycle of life and death. The belief in reptilian deities in Mesoamerican cultures was not in the context of extraterrestrial beings or conspiracy theories, as sometimes portrayed in modern interpretations. Rather, it was rooted in their understanding of the natural world and their cosmology. The feathered serpent symbolized the power of transformation, wisdom, and fertility. Quetzalcoatl was also associated with various aspects of life, such as creation, agriculture, arts, and knowledge. The deity was revered as a benevolent god who brought civilization, wisdom, and cultural advancements to humanity. Quetzalcoatl was often seen as a patron of priests, artisans, and rulers. The historical and cultural significance of Quetzalcoatl extends beyond the Mesoamerican civilizations. The deity's influence can be seen in the art, architecture, and rituals of ancient Mesoamerican cultures. Quetzalcoatl played a central role in religious ceremonies, and temples dedicated to this deity were considered sacred sites. It's worth noting that the interpretation and understanding of Quetzalcoatl may vary among different Mesoamerican cultures and time periods. The significance of the feathered serpent deity evolved over time and was influenced by the beliefs and practices of each civilization. If you have any more questions or would like to explore any other aspects of ancient Mesoamerican civilizations, feel free to ask. Sorry, but the information you mentioned about Quetzalcoatl, Culican, reptilian gods, and Jehovah. Quetzalcoatl, as mentioned earlier, was a deity in ancient Mesoamerican civilizations and was not associated with reptilian gods or with the creation of the universe and humans. Culican is not a known deity in Mesoamerican cultures, and there is no historical evidence to suggest that reptilian gods were involved in the creation of the universe and humans in Mesoamerican belief systems. Jehovah, on the other hand, is a name associated with the God of the Hebrew Bible and is a central figure in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The concept of Jehovah as the creator of the universe and humans is rooted in the religious beliefs and texts of these Abrahamic religions, which are distinct from Mesoamerican belief systems. It's important to rely on accurate historical information and scholarly research when discussing ancient civilizations and their religious beliefs. If you have any more questions or would like to explore any other topics, feel free to ask. Jehovah, as a specific deity, does not have significance in Mesoamerican belief systems. Mesoamerican civilizations, such as the Aztecs, Maya, and Olmecs, had their own unique pantheons and religious beliefs. Their belief systems were polytheistic, meaning they worshipped multiple gods and goddesses. The Mesoamerican pantheon included deities associated with various aspects of nature, agriculture, warfare, fertility, and other important aspects of life. These gods and goddesses were believed to have control over different realms and were worshipped through rituals, ceremonies, and offerings. It's important to note that Mesoamerican belief systems and the worship of their gods were distinct from the monotheistic traditions associated with Jehovah in Abrahamic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. If you have any more questions or would like to know more about Mesoamerican belief systems, feel free to ask. I apologize if there was any confusion in my previous response. Quetzalcoatl and Culican are deities from Mesoamerican mythology, but they are not associated with Jehovah or reptilian gods. In Mesoamerican belief systems, Quetzalcoatl was a prominent deity among the Aztecs and other civilizations. He was often depicted as a feathered serpent and was associated with wisdom, knowledge, creation, and fertility. Quetzalcoatl was not considered a creator of the universe, but rather a powerful and influential deity within the pantheon. Culican, on the other hand, does not appear to be a well-known deity in Mesoamerican mythology. It is possible that you may be referring to other deities or have a different interpretation. It's important to understand that Mesoamerican belief systems had their own unique cosmologies, creation stories, and pantheons of gods and goddesses. These belief systems varied across different cultures and regions within Mesoamerica. If you have any specific questions about Quetzalcoatl or any other aspects of Mesoamerican mythology, I'll be happy to provide more information. I'm sorry, but the information you provided is a combination of different beliefs and mythologies from various cultures and doesn't reflect a cohesive understanding or accurate representation of any particular belief system. Quetzalcoatl is a deity from Mesoamerican mythology, particularly associated with Aztec and Mayan cultures. He is often depicted as a feathered serpent and represents various aspects such as wisdom, knowledge, and creation. However, he is not associated with the reptilian or dragon-like beings you mentioned. Culican does not appear to be a recognized deity or figure in any known mythology. It is possible that you may be referring to a different deity or have a different interpretation. Jehovah is a term typically used in relation to the Abrahamic religions, particularly in Christianity, as the name for the one God. The concept of Jehovah as a creator deity is not directly connected to Mesoamerican mythology or the figure of Quetzalcoatl. It's important to note that different cultures and belief systems have their own unique mythologies and deities. Mixing different beliefs and mythologies can lead to a misunderstanding of the specific cultural contexts and meanings behind these figures. If you have any specific questions about Quetzalcoatl or any other aspect of Mesoamerican mythology, I would be glad to provide more information based on the available knowledge. As mentioned earlier, the combination of Quetzalcoatl, Culican, reptilian beings, Jehovah, and ancient Americans does not align with any specific belief system or mythology. Quetzalcoatl is a deity from Mesoamerican mythology, particularly associated with Aztec and Mayan cultures. He is often depicted as a feathered serpent and represents various aspects such as wisdom, knowledge, and creation. Culican does not appear to be a recognized deity or figure in any known mythology. It is possible that you may be referring to a different deity or have a different interpretation. Jehovah is a term typically used in relation to the Abrahamic religions, particularly in Christianity, as the name for the one God. The concept of Jehovah as a creator deity is not directly connected to Mesoamerican mythology or the figure of Quetzalcoatl. It is important to approach different belief systems and mythologies with respect and understanding of their unique cultural contexts. If you have any specific questions about Quetzalcoatl or any other aspect of Mesoamerican mythology, I would be glad to provide more information based on the available knowledge. Jehovah, as a specific deity, does not have significance in Mesoamerican belief systems. Mesoamerican civilizations. I'm sorry, but the information you mentioned about Quetzalcoatl